Open Water Diver Course. Welcome to the marvellous world of diving. You are about to take the first step on a path of a fascinating adventure. An adventure on which you will experience emotions that will remain with you for the rest of your life and enable you to discover a new world entirely different from the one you normally live in. A world where there is always something new to discover and which will change your sensorial perception, the way you communicate and even the way you breathe. This new world holds the promise of fulfilling your desire of freedom. For divers, this underwater world is a paradise in which they can delight in a wild and uncontaminated environment. You will be able to discover for yourself the wonderful marine life that until now you could only observe in documentaries and films. You will also discover how easy it is to enter into this marvellous world. Diving will also give the opportunity of learning more about yourself and developing greater self-control. And this will be put to the test if you have to overcome any eventual difficulties. You and your fellow students will form a perfect team and will master the skills you need to face even the most challenging situations. The prize will be something that most people can't even imagine: exploring an alien world, a world that is often just a short distance from your home. Not surprisingly, the first phase of training for astronauts is a diving course. There are, in fact, many similarities between the astronauts who explore outer space and divers. Both categories find themselves in a world where gravity is absent, use special equipment to breathe and move in an environment that is subject to different pressures and characteristics than those they are used to. Both divers and astronauts enter into worlds that are vast and, as yet, largely unknown, where discoveries and exploration occur every day, sometimes even by chance. However, contrary to outer space, our underwater world is teeming with life. Very soon, you will have access to the immense expanses of water that surround the land masses of our planet. As divers, you will be able to explore the warm tropical seas, the icy polar waters, underwater caverns and seas and lakes all over the world. Every location offers unforgettable experiences. The course you are now attending is the best way to approach diving. The course includes a theory part that consists of 12 modules that are explained in these videos and which will be completed by your instructor. There are also practical sessions that will prepare you for the final objective, diving. Don't be worried. You will learn and practice all the techniques in confined water first, which means in a swimming pool or sheltered bay, before going on to do them in open water, such as a lake or the sea. Although good watermanship skills are useful when learning to dive, it is not necessary to be an expert swimmer. What is important is that you can stay afloat where you cannot touch the bottom. Before the end of the course, your instructor will ask you to perform 2 watermanship skills tests. There is also a final written exam that you must pass in order to obtain the PSS Open Water Diver certification, which will enable you to dive all over the world. To complete the course, you must carry out at least 4 dives in open water. Your instructor may increase the minimum number of dives and also take you on a free diving excursion. Free diving and snorkeling is another way of enjoying this marvellous underwater adventure, and you may discover that these breath-holding dives interest you to the point that you wish to continue training by attending the PSS snorkeling and free diving courses. It is in fact possible to follow different diving activities in parallel, and this will enable you to dive in various conditions. Members of the PSS teaching team include free diving world champions, underwater cave and wreck explorers, and many other famous personalities from the international underwater community. With PSS, you will have the opportunity of meeting them personally, and you may even decide to follow in their footsteps. To dive safely, it is advisable to have a medical checkup by a specialist in diving and aquatic sports or by a hyperbaric specialist. These doctors will be able to verify if you suffer from any condition that is incompatible with diving. In the next module, you will discover the differences between your familiar terrestrial environment and the underwater world. Learn about some basic diving equipment that will allow you to adventure beneath the surface of the water and discover how light behaves in water. Until the next time.